That's true. Oh yeah, hey? Exciting. We will. Thank you. Well, I'm not sure it gets any better than this. A Swiss team will play in the Spengler Cup final. We just don't know who it will be. HC Davos versus Ambri-Piotta. Locked and loaded, ready to go. Sold out ice stadium in Davos. This is incredible.
It really is. I mean, the ice stadium in Davos has quite a reputation, and it is living up to it, exceeding it, and more at this moment. The Davos fans, they're loud, they're passionate, and dare I say, the Ambri-Piotta fans are even louder and maybe a little bit more passionate. It is going to be quite a collision course here this evening.
Davos has not won this tournament that they host in over a decade. Ambri-Piotta has never won it. The winner of this game advances for that opportunity against Prague tomorrow afternoon here in Switzerland. And we are officially underway, and the chants begin immediately, and an early stoppage as the puck is up into the penalty box in the neutral zone.
Well, let's just quickly look to Davos here as we could see some of that getting ready. We were able to listen in to Christian Vovin, the head coach. He had a couple of moments for his team. He's looking for a smart forecheck. He wants them to match the Ambri-Piotta intensity. And finally, and what he said was the most important thing, is play like a difference maker.
Eschleman getting the start here for Davos. He's been excellent so far. It'll be Yanni Javonen in net for Ambri-Piotta. Picked up their first win of the tournament. That shot high over the glass and out. Ambri-Piotta 2-0 so far in this event. 5-2 win over Orbro, and then they beat Helsinki 7-3.
The message from Ambri-Piotta head coach Lucas Sarita: play like you're on a mission. He's looking for a second and third effort, and he's stressed. Play with determination, heart, and head.
They've split the season series here in the National League in Switzerland. This one a little more important to both sides. And the 6,500 in attendance. In behind the goal. Pressure here early from Davos. Barendune misses it. Bergler's gonna fly by him down into the corner. And an early penalty coming up. An interference call against Davos, and a power play here for Ambri-Piotta.
Well, Schmutz is getting called. This might have been behind the play. I don't think it was on the forecheck from Bergler there, so it must have been behind the play, and a huge kill looming for Davos early on.
Ambri-Piotta power play, 1 for 8, 12.5% so far here in the tournament. Davos penalty kill hasn't been great. They've been scored on twice in 6 times shorthanded. Sarajärvi looking for an early strike here. Schlappick waits, now he'll take it. Eshelman down, it never got through. Back up top, Sarajärvi again, far side. Spacek down into the corner, plays it back up top. Return feed down low, Eggenberger slides in there, it'll be picked up, taken away, and fired all the way down the ice.
Real strong play from Michael Fora there, winning the battle and then making sure it gets 200 feet down the ice.
Spacek, excellent so far in this event. Weaves his way into the offensive zone, drops it up to Sarajärvi. Fakes a pass, back down to Spacek. Far side, Schlappick, side of the goal. Eggenberger back up top. Schlappick bobbles it, tries to poke it loose, and it does clear the zone. Stransky, who was excellent in that win in the quarterfinals, put on some pressure. Now he'll head off on a change. Formanton leaves the puck and goes for a breather himself. Sverger drops it back to Heed. Heed in over the blue line. He's going to chase in after this. They cannot keep it in. 40 seconds remaining in this game-opening power play. Juvonen drops it off, and now in behind the net, they'll move it away. Heed pressured at center ice by Rowe. Another crack at it, and they're able to move it in. Pistone backhands it in behind the goal. Ashleman deflected it, and that sets up nicely, and Davos hammers it down.
Well, the Ambri power play a little bit out of sorts to get things started. The first unit was able to set up offensively, but a couple errant passes led to some clearances from Davos, and the second unit has not been able to get anything going whatsoever.
Heed taken down as he entered the zone, no call, and they'll play it all the way back. Forler leaves it in behind the goal. Neubuehler in on the attack. High slot shot, and they score! What a setup from Neubuehler, and it's put home by Brandon McMillan. An early strike for Ambri-Piotta.
Well, this is a hockey goal in every sense of the term. Terrific speed down the ice from Neubuehler, backs off the D, tape-to-tape pass to Brandon McMillan in stride. Look at this catch and release in one motion. Looks like it may have just got a tip from Nygren's stick there. Terrific placement over the glove of Eschleman. A huge goal coming on the heels of the power play from Canadian forward Brandon McMillan.
Third of the tournament for McMillan. He's been terrific. Neubuehler, the assist. Now HC Davos, after having to kill off a penalty and then allowing an early goal, look to answer back. Juvonen on the shot from Vellinger is able to hang on. That goal coming at the 3:03 mark.
Well, I like the way that Neubuehler, with his speed, still pivots backwards, so he opens up the ice in front of him. McMillan was coming off the bench, stick on the ice, ready for it, and that was about as smooth of a catch and release as you can have. Love the reaction from the head coach.
If he doesn't get that off as quickly as he does, that doesn't work, right? It had to go right there.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that was a goal scorer's goal right there.
Now turned over just outside the blue line. Stransky along the boards, works this down into the corner against Heed. Stransky back up top. Shot hits Ambuel right in front of the net. Stransky trying to scoop it up. He does, and it's stopped by Juvonen. Point blank Stransky, who's buzzing again early here. Far side, this will finally be settled down by Buren, and now given away. Ooh, Sorella fired one. Juvonen got just enough of it, and it's up and out of play.
That was a hot shot from Sorella. Just catches the glove of Juvonen. That was a very errant clearing pass. Ambri-Piotta was going off on a line change, and it was about a 60-footer cross ice that got intercepted by Sorella. Good save.
Ambri has one shot so far in this hockey game. It came from McMillan, and it found its way top corner. Dottie moves it ahead. Spacek wants it. They strip him from behind. And that'll be picked up and brought back up left side. Sorella again, walking in with a shot. Yvonen the save. And he is able to hang on as Davos crashing the net. And Schlappick will take exception.
Good job, guys. Well, identical location, same player. Sorella racing down the left side. This is a great shot, short side. Janne Yvonen had to be ready on the blocker and right side there. That is a big save. Because in stride, that was a hot snapshot.
Davos is trailing 1-0, but they've had some really good looks so far in this game. Here's Nordstrom, didn't play yesterday. Drawing back in here, out there with Rasmussen. And now it'll be brought towards the blue line, and this time knocked out into the neutral zone and actually up and into the bench.
Well, one shot, one goal for Ambri-Piotta. There's been 4 directed towards their net from Davos sticks, but it was a heck of a shot off the stick of Brandon McMillan.
Pashode, Bristet in the neutral zone, backhands it in. Then he ran into the linesman. Forler pressured from behind by Rasmussen. Rasmussen and Nordstrom, a quiet tournament so far from both of those guys. They have 1 point combined between the two of them, and I think you might want a little bit from those guys.
Yeah, I got to think that Christian Vovid's looking for some more as we get another look at this beautiful goal. Just catches the top of the cheater of Sandro Eichelman, the Davos netminder. And, you know, I love this reaction from Brandon McMillan. You know, we mentioned it before. He's a Canadian forward, but just the emotion on his face just shows how big a goal, how excited he is to be playing in this tournament.
32-year-old wouldn't mind adding a Spengler Cup championship to the resume, which would drive people from a very passionate fan base absolutely wild. Pashode in behind the net. That puck sent right out front. Eventually they'll get to it. Sarajärvi towards the front of the goal. A glorious look. Pashode got a stick in there just in time, working on Bergler. Newbuehler again drops it off. Bergler lost the handle. Nordstrom steps in, picks it up, and now misses Bristet with it, and that will be an icing, so the Nordstrom, Rasmussen, Bristet line will have to stay on the ice.
Well, some good work here. How about this pass? Sarajärvi looking to the front of the net. Pashode with a good stick that comes in there, just deflects it away from Dario Bergler. One thing that Ambri-Piotta does very well, so okay, there's that missed attempt. The puck goes into the corner. They still retrieve it, keep the pressure on, and then ultimately Davos has to ice the puck. And that group you just mentioned, including Nordstrom and Rasmussen, are still on the ice.
Thank you.
Face off to the glove side left of Eichelman. Beat on the only shot he has faced so far here, but other than that, great in the tournament so far, a .948 save percentage. Here's Formington, throws it out in front. Oh, a swing and a miss on a beautiful look right in the slot on a nice feed from Alex Formington. That was McMillan who missed it. Now McMillan has it again. Pokes it down low. Rossi watching on. Nygren gets some help from Vellinger. And they'll play it up the boards to Knack. Now ahead, that'll be offside if Wieser touches it. He played back out and down the ice. McMillan first on it here for Ambri-Piotta. In behind the goal. Rossi back up top to the point. Shot blocked. Heed keeps it in. All the way down to Formington in the corner. Tried to find McMillan. They'll knock it away, and Davos will take over. Nygren calmly in behind his own goal. Now takes the return feed in the corner. Moves it ahead to Knack, but instantly taken away by Heed. Heed with some room to skate. Good look, left side with speed. Shot in Eichelman way out. Makes the save, and Corvi with 4 assists in the tournament scoops up this rebound. Almost lost it, gets it back. Who picking his way out of the zone is Enzo Orvi. Now he's in over the blue line. Drops it back to Ambul. He fires. Rebound juicy to Stransky. Stransky back up top. They'll fire it again. And it's off the inboard. Stransky. Ambul in behind the goal. Moves it back around. Dahlbeck settles this down. He wants to put one on net. Knocked into the corner. Orvi and Ambul. In front. Stransky a backhander. Ambul another crack at it. Juvonen says no again. Back up top to the blue line. Sent through a crowd. Juvonen this time standing up. Takes it in the chest and hangs on. Excellent pace early here in this semifinal.
Yeah, definitely.
Welcome back. Jam-packed ice stadium in Davos, Switzerland is the host. Takes on a league rival in HC Davos, trailing 1-0. Janne Juvonen, 7 stops already. He's looked pretty good in that Ambri net. Might be tested again here. That's fired just wide to the blue line. Not out, kept in there by Sorella, who's had a couple of good looks himself. Michalis working it down low. Sorella slides in, picks it up, tried to make a move, almost got that puck back. Josh Juris battles along the board. Saariarvi comes in to help out. Sverger will grab it for Ambri and play it up the boards out to the neutral zone. Pistoni is able to finish the job. Juris on the forecheck. Down the ice, no icing here. Davos will make a change. Both teams actually will get some fresh legs onto the ice. And Saariarvi just waits patiently in behind his own net. And now he'll skate it away 3 wide. Option to the left, uses it. Forler just chips it down into the corner. Bergler will give chase. Nordstrom for Davos. Left side, Bristet. Bristet takes it down into the corner. Pin there along the boards. Buehler comes in, trying to knock that puck loose. Will eventually move it up along the boards. Barondune had slid down from the point, knocked it even further in behind the net. Stretch pass ahead to Buehler. Netminder, Ashelman way out to play it. And it's all the way down the ice. Bergler can't control the pass, and they're just onside, back the other way. Knocked down into the corner. Dahlbeck, a quick shot. Juvonen down, traffic in front. As Davos continues to press for an equalizer. Here's Rowe, penalty coming up against Fisher. Rowe throws it out front, that'll be touched. And a power play for HC Davos.
Oh, really good response. The last few shifts from Davos. Establishing the point shot, getting it on net, getting traffic in front, and then going to work there. Yannick Fisher takes down Davos forward in front of the net, called for the interference. And so Davos is going to get their first opportunity on the power play.
Davos power play 2 for 11 so far in the tournament, 18.1% in their 3 games. Puck cleared all the way down the ice by Heed. He's played a ton here in the first 10 minutes. Nordstrom, Stransky will hammer it in. Corby goes after it. Juvonen stops it, plays it around the boards. Another chance to clear by Burin. That'll be kept in by Corby, down to Stransky. Nordstrom, back up top to Stransky again. Stransky waits, Drops it down to Nordstrom. Wieser locked in the slot. Shot coming. That's just wide. A rocket from Corvi. Misses the far side.
Oh, that was the setup they wanted. Corvi's got 4 assists in the tournament so far, looking for his first goal. And he was inches away there.
Stransky. Back up for Dominic Eagley. Eagley. Back down to 44. Up top. Corvi looking for Ambuel. That is broken up and now brought back the other way by Sverger. Stopped. Nice save. Eshelman got that toe on it. Ambuel flies back, plays it up the ice. And that'll be blown down on an icing.
Davos fans thought that Rowe was going to win that race. Let's just get a look at Sverger there. He didn't get a lot on it, but because it kind of came through the skates, Eshelman had to be careful to kick that out with his left pad.
Looked like Rowe probably was ahead of it there too.
Yeah,
a little surprised that they called that icing.
Thank you.
So the power play, a defensive zone faceoff here for Davos.
Good job. Yellow starts.
Juris knocks it back, but it's scooped up instantly by Rowe. And now brought away. Stretch pass, a good one to Rowe. Rowe walking in, decides to be patient and set things up on the power play. Nygren bobbled it, kept it in though. Michelis to Rowe behind the net. Far side. Nygren wanted it, fakes it, throws it back over in the skates. And he'll take a return feed up at the blue line. Sends one through, deflected off the stick of Dottie and out of play with just 14 seconds left in the first power play of the game for Davos.
You can see Nygren there cursing to himself. He was trying to set Sorella up there for a one-timer. It wasn't a great pass. A, it was an absolute rocket. And B, into the skates of Sorella, who had to play it off there. That allowed the Ambri-Piotta foursome to reset.
Okay, blue ready, yellow ready, let's play the puck. Great job, guys.
Face-off one cleanly into the corner by Schlappick. And at the blue line, he's able to knock it out. Just 5 seconds left in the man advantage. Brought down along the line, sent through the crease, bounces out the other side. Now it's up in the air. Glove down there by Wieser. Eagley watching on, tried to finish his check, didn't work, and the puck out to the neutral zone. And then off the stick of Fisher and out of play.
Well, not a whole lot doing on the Davos power play we saw earlier. Ambri-Piotta not generate a whole lot of offense on theirs, but about 15 seconds after it expired, they scored the goal off the stick of McMillan. Here, Davos did have some possession in Ambry's end zone, but really no high dangerous scoring chances.
Head coach Christian Volven of HC Davos watching on. A trip to a Spengler Cup final will go a long way in securing a contract moving forward here in Davos. The last trip to the Spengler was a disappointment. 3 losses and an early exit. Looking to get to a final here. Rasmussen knocks it along the boards. Michaud knocks it back down into the corner. Now that'll be taken away, backhanded out just outside the blue line. Bristet picks it up there. And he's gonna try to drive wide. Got those feet going. Takes it down in behind the net. Turns it back. As a man going to the goal, sends it across. Rasmussen may have got a piece of it, but couldn't direct it towards the net. Now all the way down the ice. Eggenberger in behind the goal. Rasmussen on it there. Moves it around. Bristet waiting for it on the wing. He'll be double teamed in that situation and gave it away. Spot check walking in. Spot check with the shot. Eshelman the save. Back up top to Heed. Heed drops it off to Schlappick. Schlappick into the corner. Spot check. Eggenberger. Schlappick with the pressure here. Far side. Back to spot check. A little too hot to handle. Returns the feed to Heed. Heed waits. Now he'll take it. That is blocked by Nordstrom. Another crack wide. Blocker side. Davos hemmed in here. Trying to clear the zone and they can't. It comes to Heed again. inside-out move, and now he's going to circle around. The forwards actually gone off for a change. Sverger in behind the net, tried to throw it back to Pistone, short side. Less than 7 minutes remaining here in the first. Pistone waits. Now he'll send one on goal. That's wide. Glove side of Eschleman, and Nordstrom in the corner. Kicks it loose, and that'll be chipped down the ice. And that one has just enough for icing, and this Davos group has got to be exhausted.
Yeah, if you're Ambri-Piotta right now, you want to get right to the face-off dot. Let's look at Spacek. Just such a smart player. Trying to go far side low, can't get it through, but that was impressive. 3 players on Ambri-Piotta went off on a line change. There was only 2 Ambri-Piotta players in the Davos zone. They had possession of the puck, and they kept it and got a full line change in.
Bergler drops it off to Neubuehler. And it's poked out into the neutral zone. A very quick change here for Davos. Sarajärvi sends one in. Eschleman calmly steers it to the corner. Nygren moves it ahead. And now race for it down the ice. Rowe storming in there. Good battle. Puck knocked loose, and a power play coming up. Ambri-Piotta on the power play when we return. Got it. Another chance for this Ambri-Piotta power play. 0 for 1 so far. They do lead 1-0. And they'll be looking to find a way to put another puck past Sandro Eschleman. Heim on the draw. Here for Ambri, knocked into the corner. Fora tied up, has it in his feet. Ambri trying, and another penalty coming up. With Wieser already in the box, a cross-checking call coming. And now the Davos player, that's Enzo Corvi, losing his mind. Trying to get in the face of the official. He's got to be careful here that he doesn't pick up anything extra.
Oh, Corvi is hot. It was behind the play. It was a little bit of a trip. That's a tough call. You're already down 1 player. You can see his reaction. He thinks that Bergler went down a little too easy. Obviously, it was enough to sell the referee, but I do understand why Corvi's a little bit so fired up. But now he's going to have to relax, so will his teammates, because they've got a job ahead of them. But you see this replay here. He's lucky. He was pushing that linesman, but a tough call away from the play. But it was the back referee that made the call.
5-on-3 for 1 minute and 43 seconds. Or less if they can bury one here. Spacek up top. Sarajärvi. Side of the goal, back up top. Sarajärvi fires, block it away by Eschleman. Comes all the way back around to Heed. Down low. Spacek. Pistone. They'll play passing behind the net. Spacek bobbles it. That's Schlappick parked in the slot. Sarajärvi walks in, back across the Spacek, tried to come back through to Pistone, and that was broken up. Eschleman was down.
It was actually Eschleman that got it with his pad that stopped it from coming across. Pistone would have been wide open on the look from Spacek.
Just under 1 minute remaining here in the 5-on-3. Swing and a miss from Spacek. Back up top to Heed. Spot check again. Schlappick with a one-timer. Eshelman takes it high on the shoulder and is able to smother the rebound. A huge stop for Davos.
Well, Schlappick and Spacek, those two guys have worked magic together in the past. As the two Davos players await to come out. There's another look at the Enzo Corvi push from behind. 48 seconds in the first, a minute and 5 in Corvi's.
Two guys in the box with 9 years at least of experience with Davos. So two of their vets taking penalties here in the first. Back up top side of the goal. Eshelman sliding all over, trying to get ready, and they score! Fired up top by Burglar. 2-0 Ambri.
Five on 3. Terrific job from Ambri moving the puck around. It comes to Burglar. Back to Formanton. Back to Burglar again. Getting the Davos defense to commit. That allows that lane to come through. Eshelman gets his shoulder on it, but it's too hot a shot. And it careens into the net. And probably more importantly, there's still 54 seconds left on the Enzo Corvi penalty. So 2-0 lead for Ambri, and they go right back to work on the power play.
Davos penalty killers needing to regroup here. Work still to be done. Eshelman will leave it there for Dahlbeck. Around the boards and out. Ambul has it shorthanded. He'll bring it in over the blue line. He fires a hot shot off the shoulder of Juvonen, who hadn't seen the puck in a while, but he got just enough.
One more look of the one-time shot. You know, Burglar's on his back foot here when he releases this. But it was just the placement up high enough and on the one-timer that just didn't allow Eshelman to set. And got it past for the second goal for Ambri.
Spot check. Gives it to Schlappick. 25 seconds left in the second of 2 power plays here. Saarajärvi across. Schlappick works his way down, plays it up top again. Saarajärvi. Schlappick across for Spacek. Saarajärvi back to Spacek in his skates. Tried to find Schlappick. 5 seconds left in the power play. Schlappick has Formanton in the high slot, comes back up top. Saarajärvi, spot check. Corvi is back out of the box, shot in. Eshelman, a huge save as the penalty to Corvi expires. And now Dahlbeck will send it down the ice, and it will be icing. I guess it could have been worse, but still, if you're Davos, down 2-0, far from ideal.
We get a good look at this backdoor pass. Terrifically read from Eshelman. He had a long ways to move because he would have been out of his crease, respecting the possibility of a Spacek shot. He got across to hug the post on Schlappick.
Good. Be smart, okay? Thank you.
Faced off, scrambled, and then poked back toward Eshelman, and he will hang on. Again, you know, after Davos gave up that first goal, they had a really nice push. Ambri had a goal and one shot for about the first 8 minutes of this hockey game. They have to find that again here now, down 2.
Yeah, perfect comment there, Dustin. And, you know, let's just go back to one of Christian Volvain's keys to the game. Match their intensity. He wanted them to do that. I don't know if that's happened so far through this first period. You're down 2 shots now. They've got to look for some sort of a spark here.
Ambri so far here at the tournament, outscoring their opponents 5-0. They've not allowed a first period goal. Juris playing it back up to the points. Burin back down low and behind the net for Juris. Pistone is parked in front. This is McMillan. Back up towards the blue line, drops it off for Juris. Juris, Pistone. Off of a leg on the shot from the point and out of play with 2:50 on the clock.
Just so interesting to see how dynamic the Ambri-Piotta team is. Their defense are activating, switching places. At one point, Brandon McMillan also almost circled through the center ice circle. He came up so high, switch spots, did a little reverse with the Ambri-Piotta defenseman, and then came in looking backdoor. So lots of movement. Very, very difficult to pick up your man from an HC Davos perspective.
Bergler alone in front. They got it to him, didn't get all of it. Eshelman down and closed the door. Heim in the corner. Trying to get away from Rasmussen, and he does, at least momentarily. Rasmussen hustles back and gets a stick on the puck. Dubuller down low. Davos, 6th in the Swiss League standings. Ambri-Piotta sitting 10th right now. Off the side of the goal, wraparound attempt coming. And Egley was there, and a hooking call and a power play late in the period for HC Davos to try to get a spark here prior to the end of the first.
You can see the disbelief from Dario Bergler. I mean, this is a tough call. It was all Ambri. He tried the wraparound, lost the handle of it, and then he gets the hook in on Egley there. It's always tough when you're almost 200 feet away from your goal to take a hooking penalty like that. And wow, 2:06 left in this period, down 2-0. Davos with the power play.
They look for a timely response here. Stransky chips it down low. Trying to come back up to the point, broken up. Dominic Egley, watched by Formanton. Dumps it off, now takes a return feed. Egley. Corvey gives it to Stransky. He's going to be pressured, almost double teamed there momentarily, and it'll be hammered back down the ice again. Eshelman leaves it in behind his own net, 90 seconds to work in the period. Pressure here. Rasmussen trying to get away, and he will. Left side to Stransky. Rasmussen drives down towards the net. Nordstrom on it as well, but it's picked up and played all the way out and down the ice.
Well, Davos can just not get anything going. Getting the puck down, and that's turned right back all the way to the length of the ice. Already 1 minute gone on this power play.
Egley drops it back as we enter the final minute of play in period number 1. Sorella brings it in, backhands it all the way around. Rowe waiting for it on the near boards. Ambul comes in to help out. Michelis has it. Up top, Nygren, far side. One-timer off the bar. Hammered on goal. Hit the post. Nygren again. Sorella takes it again, this time off the shoulder of the netminder, up out of play. That close to beating Juvonen.
Well, Alexei Sorella has been the most dangerous player on Davos. Just off the outside of the post here, and then the play they won't show is the last one. That was a rip of a wrist shot that went off the shoulder of Juvonen, up out of play.
Michelis on the draw for Davos against Juris. Nygren couldn't get there, and they'll clear the zone with just 30 seconds remaining in the period and less in the power play. Sorella dumps it up. Ambul walks in, denied by Juvonen. Comes up huge late in the period. And they're going to call, are they calling a penalty shot?
The referee just put the cross above his arm as soon as this happened here. It was a slash on the hands right as Ambul was about to release it. He was in the corner, which is difficult to see, but that was the motion that he made.
Oh, and he is indeed calling a penalty shot.
I mean, Ambul was in all alone, albeit he started only about 8 feet away from the goal when he was in all alone, but he did get slashed. And here we go.
A chance for a Swiss hockey and HC Davos legend to get his team on the board on a penalty shot. Ambri walking in, slowing down off the crossbar, had him beat, hit the iron.
Wow, what a moment that could have been for the Davos legend. Slows down right at the hash marks, head up, one little fake, has the netminder beat by a long shot, rips it right off the top of the crossbar.
Wow. 19 seconds remaining in a very eventful opening 20. And now Formanton off to the races. Late in the period, Formanton walking in! And he's tracked down from behind. And I looked for another penalty shot to possibly be called. And now there will be a penalty. Formanton gets slashed by Stransky. And a power play for Ambri-Piotta to start the second period. Hey, don't go anywhere. We've got a good one on our hands here, an all-Swiss semifinal. And Ambri-Piotta on top, 2-0 after 20.
Okay, got that. He just took his headset. No interview. Repeat, no interview.
Okay. All right, got it.
ozone play. Okay, keep working down low, keep working, stay strong on that puck, second, third effort, but make sure that we always have one winger here. Don't go out too early in the corner, okay? Stay here, defend your post. If he passes the puck, then you can defend your territory, change side, then they have big troubles, okay? Centerman, patient, you're gonna get chances from there, okay? After that, boys, I wanna say one thing. Leave the refs alone now, okay? Now it should be even, okay? Now it should be even. So, don't, we said it before the game, we're here on a fucking mission. We're here on a fucking mission. Nothing will disturb us. Nothing will disturb us. Nothing, okay? We stay on them, we stay fucking aggressive on the forecheck, second, third effort, everywhere with the puck, without the puck, and we go and we win the second period. Huh? Come on!
finish right now, I promise you. The whole
Filippo Lombardi.
yeah, yeah. But hey, did you watch?
This one too? On this one too?
Welcome back inside the Davos Ice Stadium, where Ambri-Piotta is in a very nice spot. They have a 2-0 lead as we get set for second period action. They also have a power play. I guess what we did learn earlier today here is that no lead is safe, as Orbro had a 3-0 lead and lost it by the end of the period. So anything can happen here at the 2022 Spengler Cup.
Yeah, great point, Dustin. And you know what I mean? Davos is down 2-0, but they did some really good things in that first period. And if Andreas Ambiol scores on that penalty shot with 19 seconds left, it's a whole different game. But I'll tell you what, this opening 2 minutes with Matej Stransky in the box for slashing Alex Formanton, this is going to be very, very important. A 3-goal lead would be a nice little cushion for Ambri-Piotta. And we get a look at Joe Thornton in the stands. Of course, a former player for HC Davos, played over here during a couple NHL lockouts. And I believe, Dustin, he may have married a girl from Davos as well, so spends a lot of time here. So good to see Jumbo Joe at the game.
Actually have him honored. If you walk around the new concourse they have here, there's a little section there, picture of Thornton. Saarijarvi down along the boards as Ambri looks to get this power play set up, and Spacek plays it back out into the neutral zone. Now 43 in dark blue, that's Spacek. Plays it to Saarijarvi, back to Schlappick. As Formanton wide right, Schlappick gives it away, row turns and fires it all the way down the ice. Sloppy start here to a very important power play for Ambri. Saarijarvi. Pistoni will swoop back in behind him and follow the puck up ice. Drop back to Inti Pistoni. Trying to drive wide, gets around Corvi, stopped there by Nygren, and he hammers it all the way down. They can't even really get into the zone here.
No, 2 real good stops from Davos at their own blue line, turning back the Ambri-Piotta power play.
If you're Davos, you have to start this comeback one way or the other. Getting through this early power play would be huge. Bergler, Heim, up top to Heed, back in the corner. Bergler, who has a goal in this game, drops it off down low. 24 seconds left in the man advantage. Back behind the net again. Heim in front. Up top to Heed. Heed walks in, throws it across, stretching out Eschleman. It never got there to him. Back up top to Heed again. Across the Bergler, fires off the crossbar and out of play. A rocket from Bergler.
Bergler had the second goal on a one-time shot. That one on a 5-on-3, and he gets all of this. Cleanly beats Eschleman, but not the crossbar. And right before that, probably the best look was from Pistoni. A real nice setup from Heed. He had everyone in the building thinking he was going to shoot. He kicked it off down low to Pistoni, who just couldn't get a handle of it.
Too much speed. Yellow ready first.
6 seconds remaining in this power play. Big face-off win for Rowe. Dahlbeck will turn and fire it all the way down the ice. Stransky steps out of the penalty box, and Davos dodges a bullet. Here's Stransky in behind the net, trying to walk out, poked off his stick neatly by McMillan, who goes to get it, reverses it in the corner to Heed. Heed now moves it ahead. Newbuehler ahead of the play. They decide to use the left wing side. Sent towards the front of the net. Newbuehler has it, pops onto his stick. Turns along the boards, knocks it down low. Now Newbuehler taken down by the bigger man, Stransky. Dahlbeck will move this out through the neutral zone. Nordstrom will head off on a change as Ambri moves that puck back in. Eschleman out, can't stop it in behind the net. Eggenberger couldn't control, up the boards, and now knocked in behind the net. Fora reverses it to Dahlbeck. Eggenberger comes in, knocks him off the puck. Eggenberger comes up with it. Corvi is on it. Ambul trying to sneak in behind the D, and Ambul will grab this puck working on Sariarvi. Ambul into the corner, turns back, has a little bit of room, moves it all the way around far side for Nygren. Nygren out of the corner, shot from a bad angle, tried to whack in the rebound that was flying through the air. Instead, it's hit all the way down the ice, and that will be an icing call.
Yeah, if you're Nygren there, why not? I mean,
did that almost work?
Well, he's probably not actually going for a goal, but you're looking for a rebound. The puck goes way up in the air, and they both players whacked at it. Ultimately went down for icing. Good strong play for Matej Stransky as he takes down Johnny Neubuehler moments before.
We play 5-on-5 with just over 3 minutes gone here in the second. Ambri leading for now 2-0. Down into the corner. Michelis spins off his man. Lost the puck. Dives back in and comes up with it. Back up to the point. Barondune. A lot of pressure here. Barondune tried to cut down. They couldn't find that puck. And now they'll battle. Continuing along the boards. Pulled out of it. Michelis had that taken away. Nygren has to be careful. Stays on his feet with a shot high. Glove side. That's wide. All the way down. Barondune pressured by Formington. Sorella has it. Far side. Rasmussen. Man going to the net. Big save. Juvonen on a redirect. No icing here. And it's down in the corner to the right of Eschleman. Now played ahead. Bristet. Rasmussen to his left and gives it to him. Rasmussen with speed. Drives wide. Throws it back out in front. Nobody could get a stick on it. Schlappick. Back pressure from Rasmussen. Spacek has to track this down in the corner. Plays it around to Pistone. Back up top to the blue line. Shot through. Eschleman lunging out at it with his blocker. And it's knocked back into the corner, now behind the net. Spacek and Rasmussen will meet there. Spacek trying to walk out. Pass intended for Pistone doesn't work. Fisher knocks it around the boards. Michaud closing in on Pistone. Nordstrom there as well. Rasmussen will grab it. Gives it right back to Pistone. Pistone walking in, no shot yet. Spacek takes over. Spacek working there. Schlappick's quick shot again from Bergler. He's firing so far here today, and that one kicked aside by Eschleman. Back up to the point. Great pressure here. And working in a bit of a line change as well was Ambri, and finally a chance to relieve it. And Eagley will go high and out down the ice. But that will go for icing, and the pressure can continue.
Hey, Dustin, I'll tell you what, we've talked about these two guys, Rasmussen and Nordstrom, with NHL experience. They're having a heck of a time tonight. There's been 3 times where Ambri has hemmed in Davos for a good minute at a time, and it's resulted in an icing. It's been that group every time. But not only that, right before that, Davos had back-to-back shifts where they had terrific pressure. They had some great chances, and then what happens? You bring out the Nordstrom line, and the momentum swifts wide again. Christian Volvin's got to think long and hard before he puts that group. They are having a tough time tonight.
Eagley will skate it out, turns it over at the blue line, back the other way. Ambri-Piotta working their way in. Driving to the net was Neubuehler. Bristet had his man tied up, and now Pachode comes up with it. Great pressure here from Ambri. And finally down the ice, Nordstrom will deflect it. Comes back up around the boards. Nordstrom waiting for it there. He plays it back down into the corner, then heads off on a change. Rowe, the American, works his way down beneath the goal line. Help coming. Back up to the point. Left side, right side. One-timer blocked. Pass missing Sverger, and that'll go all the way down the ice for an icing. Great point about the Nordstrom Rasmussen. Nordstrom's got almost 450 games of NHL experience. Rasmussen, parts of 5 seasons, and has been here for a while. Like, it's not like they're part of Team Canada and they're trying to get used to the ice and they're hemmed in. They haven't played well.
No, you're exactly right. And this is the fourth time we've seen them.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't even know if I could look back and go, we've seen some flashes of brilliance from them.
Doughty, stripped by Stransky. Stransky out front. Ambul, the shot along the ice. That's blocked. Comes back. Stransky from a bad angle hesitates. Diving. Defensive play there to stop him from getting the shot off cleanly. Now Corvi comes over with Stransky, and it is knocked out and brought back in right away. Corvi tosses it ahead for Dahlbeck. Dahlbeck moves it around far side. Who's going to get there? Two guys at the same time, actually. And it's up and out of play. We'll be back. Davos trails by 2. (13-17) remaining here in the middle frame. Semifinal number 2. Winner advances
That's not good enough. Do you
to
feel
play
that?
Prague.
Your right foot, a little bit easier. I'm gonna look everybody here, okay? Yep.
Do you think Josh Norris knows what he's talking about?
What
Maybe.
I'm talking about is that foot.
That's my left foot.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's not. I don't
Easy
know
now.
what you're talking about.
Yep.
I guess he doesn't. Now, off the draw, it bounces into the corner. Off the glass, blue line, not out. Juris. Second effort, gets it and will play it ahead. Nygren had fallen, bounced back up. Great move, backhand a little bit too high and comes all the way back out into the neutral zone. Sverger on that last play. Now offside. Vellinger brought it in. And Schmutz had not been able to get back out of the zone.
Well, nice little play from Pistone. Puts this puck between his legs. Acts like he's going to go inside, goes outside, and then a little too aggressive on the backhand. That missed by a good foot. But some pretty fine skills there with the toe drag through the feet.
Pistone has 3 points, in fact. And some of the guys on Ambri have only played one game, but anybody who's already played in both games up front for their forward group has a point. So they've got depth throughout the lineup.
Yeah, do they ever.
Schlappick couldn't come up with it. Now they moved ahead. Wieser in over the blue line. Waits. Eagly came over to help him out. Wieser back up top and gives it away at the offensive blue line. Schlappick back the other way, drops it to Spacek. Egenbergen down in the corner. And now played back around near side. Ambry attempts to set things up. Shot through, Eshelman down. Egenberger denied. Heed plays it back in. Change here for Ambry, so some time to set things up for Davos. Rasmussen, left side, brought in, no shot yet. And back to the races the other way. This is McMillan with Formington, left in behind the net. Pressure coming from Formington, they'll move it ahead. Eagly, Dahlbeck following up, brings it in onside, drops it off far side, shot into the glove of Juvonen, and he hangs on with Chris Eagly right in his face.
Well, some good speed up ice from Dahlbeck. He kicks it out to Rasmussen, and I don't mind this. Probably something Davos needs to consider as we just about reach the halfway mark of this game, is just directing a few more pucks on Yanni Oven. He's only seen 13 so far. Has had a fairly easy go of it.
Stransky along the boards, kept in at the blue line, thrown across to Fora. Settles it down, has traffic, shot blocked, comes back around to Fora again. Reloads, fires again, Yvonen the save. And he lunges out, snags the rebound before Ambul could get to it.
Well, great job for Fora here. He gets the first one blocked and gets it back and wastes no time in firing that again. Good presence in front from Ambul. But Tim Heed does a nice job eliminating him from being able to get a backhand on it. You can see maybe a little conversation there. And a little nod of the head from Ambul to his defenseman saying, good shot, keep it up.
Corvi, Stransky, Ambul stay out there for Davos. Lots of debate over the faceoffs, isn't there? And now the puck's just laying there. Nobody knew where it was. It will be picked up, played ahead, broken up by Corvi. Ahead to Ambul. Ambul down low. Corvi there as well. Knocks it to Stransky. Stransky trying to spin away. Held along the boards and has drawn a penalty. Throws it in front, comes all the way back to Fora. Fora waits off the leg of Formington, and Formington will get there. Bumped by Ambul as the two 10s come together. But a power play coming up for HC Davos.
Matej Stransky is a handful. It's going to be Dottie who has to take one arm off, and you see him wrap it around, but Stransky's so big and strong on the wall there. You can see even with Dottie taking one hand off and basically bear hugging, Stransky's still able to keep control and keep the play alive.
Davos power play 0 for 2 in the first period. Busy, penalty filled first power play here of the second. Ambul up top, Sorella. Back to Sorella. Swing and a miss. Barely got any of it. It bounces down and behind the goal. Now Nygren has to slide down. That'll be picked up. Lots of room up the middle of the ice. And the zone is cleared by Tim Heed. In behind the goal. Nygren will bring it away. Lays it back. And now they'll bring it across to Wieser. Pressured again, a chance to clear. Nygren can't keep it in, and now Formington shorthanded, walking in. And he is hooked from behind, but no call on the play. Nygren ahead to Wieser. Far side, glove down. Stransky comes up with it. Here's Stransky, walks the line, drops it off. They'll play it back up top. Eagly looked over and they were making a change. And now 3 wide, shorthanded, in on the attack. Newbuehler fires it just wide, glove side. Juris will play it back down in behind the net and head off on a change.
You know, one thing Davos does really, I mean, I've noticed Ambri as well, is they changed very, very quickly when on the power play. Ambul went off after the first 20 seconds, so that was a quick change there for the second unit. And I don't know why you changed in that position. Part of the reason is if you look at, the bench of Davos goes halfway into the zone, so you think, oh, I can get on and off and not have any trouble, but it was an opportunity missed there.
That'll pretty much do it here for this Davos power play. Nothing to show for it as they'll be hammered in by Fisher. And Dottie steps back out onto the ice, 5-on-5. Stransky loses it in the neutral zone. Eagly almost gave it away right behind his own net. Now he's going to hammer it around the boards. Rasmussen there, plays it ahead, and was not controlled. Now to the blue line and out. Schlappick pokes it back in. Eagly hustling over there. And now down low. Knack was trying to work it. Rasmussen helping out as well. Eagly comes up with it, but he stumbles in behind the goal. Knack parked in front. They'll get it back up to the point. A ton of time here. A shot through, hit a body, and bounced over on the near boards. Dahlbeck comes up with it there for Davos. Knack with a little bit of room. Cuts high slot, shot into the belly of Juvonen. And he hangs on. He's been perfect so far. Ambri on top, 2-0. Got it. Just past the midway point of our second semifinal, Sparta Prague awaits the winner after a thrilling come-from-behind victory earlier today. 4 straight goals to win that game against Örebro. Nygren off the inboards. Ambul comes up with it. Watched by Heed, and Heed just cleanly takes it away, backhands it out to the neutral zone, and actually up into the penalty box and out of play.
That was a nice play from Tim Heed. Puck got played behind the net there, and it looked like Ambul might get on it, but wasn't able to get there. Oh, nifty little use of the stick there, using your shaft.
No hands?
No hands, no skates. Good win.
Back to Nygren off the draw. Stransky will go to the front of the net. Deflected by Ambul, then bounced off Stransky into the corner. Now it's played by Corvi. And moved ahead, Bergler. Gives it to Heim. Heim taken down. Ambul is not happy, and Heim's going to come back with a few words of his own. But another power play coming up for Ambri.
A little undisciplined here. Heim goes wide. And it was just the arm on the shoulder that pulled him back. I think Heim probably sold it a little bit. I don't know if he was going to go down that hard. But, you know, anytime you take one hand off your stick and you go to confront your defender or the opposition, it makes it pretty easy for the referee.
Ambul will watch on now as his penalty kill has to go to work once again. Off the draw, first attempt. Cleared down by Fora. He's out there to kill this with Dahlbeck, Nordstrom, and Rasmussen. Spot check. Into the zone. Back up top, Saariarvi across Eggenberger. Back to the blue line. Saariarvi, watched there by Rasmussen, lost it. Spot check follows up. Now Saariarvi goes and gets it back. Couldn't keep it inside the zone. It slipped off his stick. And back out. Ambri will have to regroup. Saariarvi near side spot check. He's just going to fire this one around. Ashelman has other ideas for it. Stops it behind the net. And now to be lifted out and down the ice over the stick of Saariarvi. Juvonen, his netminder, will leave it for him. Brzegli out here on the penalty kill now with Rowe. Saariarvi circles around, finds a little bit of space. Now gets to the blue line and dumps it off to Sverger. That's broken up, knocked back out to the neutral zone again. Still 45 seconds in this power play. Rowe digging away, comes up with it, but couldn't move it cleanly, and Pistone takes over. He'll get it up to Bergler. Bergler in over the blue line. Far side. Heim coming right down the middle, and now it's going to be broken up and brought back the other way by Eagley. Short-handed, bobbles it a bit. Now dumps it off. Rowe couldn't get a stick on it. Nygren is down. looking for a call, very slow to get up, and Ambry's going to come back 4 wide in over the blue line. He towards the goal, tipped just wide. 10 seconds left in the man advantage. Bergler heads off on a change. Heed with a couple of nice moves and brings it in over the blue line. Sverger on it there. Knocked off the puck, it'll come to Fora. Fora knocks it right up the middle of the ice. Ambul is out of the box and in on the forecheck. Finishes his check. And now a collision just inside the blue line. Stransky and Neubuehler. Ambul waiting for it. And now he'll head off on a change along with Stransky. Less than 5 to play in the second. Ambry led 1-0 and 2-0 in the first. Nothing yet here in the second. Schmutz trying to walk in, still going. Can he get a stick free? No, it's held. They'll jam away, but a penalty and a power play on the way for HC Davos.
Oh, wonderful play from Julian Schmutz here. Throws it through the legs, and then just pure strength there to keep fighting. He's trying to get his stick. Doughty is going to be going back to the box again. He's already taken a minor this period. And a real solid kill, with the exception of when Nygren went down and had us all scratching our head. I don't know what happened there. Magus Nygren went down in the offensive zone and did not back check.
Did he think it was going to be a penalty? I don't know what he was doing.
He was trying to sell it. I don't know, but it was a 4-on-1 the other way. We didn't get a replay, but I think Heim actually put that off the post on that cross-crease pass.
Another chance to find some life here for Davos. 16 shots on goal, have not beaten Juvonen just yet. Eagly far side to Stransky. Juris pressures him and stripped away. And here comes Formanton. Juris will go to the front of the net. Formanton tried to feather it across. Eagly is down, and it's underneath him. Formanton can't come up with it. And there certainly is a lot of pressure from this Ambry penalty kill, isn't there?
Yeah, you've just got to be so careful when you're moving the puck, because if they get an interception, they're going the other way too. Not afraid to look for a shorty.
Wieser into the corner. Nordstrom will join him, and Corvy's going to come down as well. 3-on-3 battle in the corner to the left of Juvonen. He'll get it to Stransky. Stransky up top. Eagly keeps it in. Wieser in the slot. He'll take it into the glove of Juvonen. Made it look easy.
Well, did he ever? Almost as if he knew that's exactly where Wieser's going to go. Nice little touch to the middle of the ice. Glove was up, ready. Juvonen grabs that. And 1:05 now left on this Davos power play.
Jani Juvonen came from Jokerit in the KHL. 3 years in the K. 4 years in Finland, and now finds himself in Switzerland. Blue line and out. 45 seconds remaining in this power play, just over 3 minutes in the period. Nygren moves it ahead. Ambul pressured, has it stripped away. Slapik walking in, short-handed, and he scores! A shorty from Slapik. 3-0 Ambry.
Well, we just finished talking about how Davos has to be extra careful with the puck. Ambul can't control it cleanly, misses kicking it up to his stick, and Slapik is all over it. And how about the finish here? Terrific poise, forehand, backhand, and finishes it on the forehand. And what a backbreaker of a goal. Late in the period, a 3-goal lead now. A short-handed goal from Filip Slapik.
Ambry fans here in Davos absolutely loving it. 3-0 the lead. 3 minutes left in the second. Eagly. Davos is now allowed 2 shorthanded goals in this tournament. Prague had the other one. Corvi up top. Wieser's shot. Headhunting there. His own man in front. That was Nordstrom. Now Stransky can't get to it. Formanton walks in. He'll turn it back up top. Stransky separates Schlappick. He was looking for another. Nordstrom in. Drops it back to Corvi. Corvi throws it back across. No shot now down the ice. Here's Dottie out of the box. Trying to skate onto this puck. He's got it. Dottie walking in. Backhander. Didn't get all of it. Eshelman was supermaned out in the crease. And Dottie couldn't keep control. Now Eshelman has one of his defenseman's stick. Patience at the side of the goal by Pistone. Eshelman still down. Now he'll get back up. Pistone plays it up top. Burin, far side. Pistone's gonna look back door. Saved by Eshelman. He'll get the puck back again though. Great pressure here. Ambri looking for another one. Pistone leaves it there for Burin. Burin overskates it. Rasmussen comes up with it, but look at the pressure again from Pistone. Davos trying to find a way out of their own zone, and finally they'll just knock it up along the boards. But the pressure from Ambri-Piotta continues. Knack chips it out, looks like it hit the bench. And we'll have a stoppage and a face-off inside the zone.
Well, Davos just doesn't have an answer. Here's the clearing play that came out to us. Zako Dottie had trouble crawling the first one, but had to go after it. He had the netminder beat. You know, Eshelman loses his stick there. Watch this. He doesn't lose it on the poke check. He's still got control of it, and then he swings across with his stick. Very well could have been a case for another penalty shot.
As that hand was coming along and the stick just went.
And then right after that, Ambri-Piotta went right to work. Again, Pistone wide open at the side of the net, elected to hold on to it. I don't know why he didn't shoot. That would have been goal number 4.
Now a friendly bounce for Davos, shot wide. Glove side. Knocked ahead. Bergler is onside. Heim is with him. Bergler waits. Buehler joins the play as well. Sarjärvi fires. Eshelman down and makes the save. Sarjärvi again. And that one up over the glass behind the net for a stoppage with 66 seconds remaining in the period.
One more look at the shorthanded goal from Schlappick. Andreas Ambuel cannot corral it. And just terrific patience once he goes to his forehand to wait until there's the opening. And all smiles from Filippo Lombardi. That is the president of Ambri-Piotta. He likes what he sees through just about 40 minutes of play.
He's chatting with a few members of the staff on their bench prior to the game. They said, we have such a big fan base across the country. People love us because we're the low-budget team, kind of the underdog story. And right now, they have a 3-0 lead. Formanton steps up on one, knuckles in, and Eshelman got a pad on that in behind the goal. Reversed again, down low. Formanton up towards the blue line, plays it down into the corner. Sarjärvi lets one fly. Eshelman may have never saw it. 25 seconds left to go here in the period. And this will be played around. Up to center ice. Heed got back there. Pin his man along the boards. Peugeot far side. Going back for it, settling it down here. Yannick Burin. And that's going to do it for the second period. Ambri-Piotta adds another. They've got one at even strength. They've got one on the power play. And they have one shorthanded goal. That shorty has put them up by 3 as they look to eliminate HC Davos from the Spengler Cup. Got it.
Yeah. Everybody, sorry. Let's go. Everybody. Let's go. Everybody.
Hey, Buck, how did that drone shot work out? Ah, nice. Yeah, they were a long shot. That's what we just saw. 20 minutes remaining here at the Ice Stadium in Davos, Switzerland, where the host, HC Davos, trails Swiss League rival Ambri-Piotta by a score of 3-0. Now, we did see Prague come from behind, down 3-0, 4 goals in under 10 minutes to take a lead, but HC Davos, I don't know how much they have left in the tank here.
No, you're exactly right, Dustin. They do look like a tired group, and so they should. I mean, this is their 4th game in 4 consecutive days. They had a hard-fought battle in the quarters to set up this one here against Ambri. And, whatever they have left, I mean, they're going to have to dig deep into the tank because it's going to take at least 4 goals to propel themselves into the final where Sparta Prague awaits.
Very quick turnaround for the winner here tonight, as it is a noon start local time here in Davos. This game won't even be over until around 10:30. Take a while to leave. Probably have about 10 hours before you have to be back at the rink. So a little bit of an advantage for Prague heading into tomorrow's game. But if you look at Ambri here, they're up 3-0. They didn't play yesterday, and they played the afternoon game the day before that. So they essentially had 48 hours between games. And it's shown here so far. They've certainly had some jump, and head coach Lucas Oretta before the game said that they had to be on a mission. And they look like they're on a mission so far, but a power play coming for Davos here early. So something to possibly build on.
Oh, some good speed from Enzo Corvi in the neutral zone. Danielle Grassi guilty for the trip there, and if you needed a little sign of life or something to ignite the flame, just 20 seconds in, power play to the team in yellow.
One captain tripping the other, and a 5-on-4 advantage for Davos. A goal early here would help the cause, no doubt about it. Nordstrom can't come up with the puck. Josh Juris has it, and Juris plays it up the far boards. Formington has it. Formington waits, sends that thing just wide. I think he was looking for a pass far post. Now there's 5 players on the ice. There's 5 players on the ice for Ambri, and they're going to be called for too many men, and it'll be a 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 40 seconds. Wow.
Oh, just a mental mistake from the bench on Ambri. We talk about how short a lot of these shifts are. I mean, that wasn't even 20 seconds. And Ambri was going off on a line change, and you could see someone came on while someone wasn't off yet. That was 5 skaters for a good 4 or 5 seconds of play.
It almost didn't even look like anybody was heading off. It almost looked like some of the bench was like, hey, we only got 4 out there. Let's hop on. Because there wasn't anybody really heading off at the time. And wow, you cannot ask for a better opportunity than this. If you are Davos, I would assume there's a Stransky one-timer loaded somewhere here on this power play.
And he's set up at the point on the left side. Enzo Corvi to take the face-off. He's been real strong there. You've got Eagly flanking Stransky. Andrew Rowe there as well.
They get it to Stransky. Back up top to Eagly. Eagly down low, back up top. Stransky thought about it, didn't take it. They'll move it right down low to Corvi. Stransky, Eagly, Stransky, one-timer high and wide, glove side all the way around, not out. Eagly is there to settle down. 5-on-3 with fresh ice. Corvi, it's Nordstrom in front. Eagly, a swing and a miss. All the way down the ice, they have to reset. Eshelman moves it up quickly to Stransky. Brings it into the zone. Rowe. Back up top. Stransky. Pressured. Finds Eagly. Back to Stransky again. Down low. Corvi. Stransky back to Corvi. Corvi takes it right in behind the net. Gives it to Rowe. Eagly. Stransky had to take it on his backhand. Now it's in his feet. Chips it down low into the corner for Corvi. Corvi brings it back up the boards. 35 seconds left in the 5-on-3. They've got to have one here. Stransky fires. Blocked by Tim Heed. Rowe with Nordstrom in front. Back up to Stransky again. Eagly. Rowe. Nothing yet. Now Formanton will knock it away, and Formanton's going to take off shorthanded. Still going. Eventually it's poked away, and now numbers if they want him, but Davos is making a quick change. Stransky stays out. Ambul comes to help. Just 5 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Nygren, Stransky, far side one-timer. Was that in? Off the crossbar. I thought it might have hit the back. Nygren. Down low. Nygren takes it in behind the net. Ambul. And that's going to do it. One decent scoring chance, and that's it. And now, Grassi plays it back out to the neutral zone. What do you think of that, Ken?
Well, I mean, you know, passing it around way too much. You're down 3 shots. You got to start putting the puck on net. Here you go.
Hagenberger throws it towards the net. They'll stumble in behind the goal.
So first of all, I mean, yeah, terrific possession moving around. It's a 5-on-3. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But the lack of shots was incredible. And then finally, that last one that hit the post or crossbar. I mean, usually the shooter can tell if it went in or not. And there really wasn't a reaction from anybody.
It sounded differently.
I would agree.
Yeah, it sounded weird. Schlappick in over the blue line. Leaves it there. Spot check. Was looking back door, broken up. And I'll play it around. Eagly leaves it there for Rasmussen. Rasmussen far side. Eagly. Knack will go to the front of the net. Couldn't find him. Eagly takes it down into the corner. Shots even at 18 apiece. Forler moves it ahead to Neubühler. It's in his skates. Now he'll find it. And Neubühler in over the blue line. Checked off the puck by Rasmussen. Wants a change, so he'll tell them to hold it. And they will. Eagly in behind the net. Pressure coming immediately, though, from Bergler. Stumbling, turning it over at least momentarily. Can they get it out of the zone? They do, but it's grabbed and hits a body in the neutral zone. Now sits just inside the blue line. Pistone bouncing it ahead. Rowe comes over and takes it away, plays it up the middle, and that is broken up as well. Oh, shot right into the face of Bristet. No arm up on the play. Bristet along the boards. Working out down into the corner. And be poked up. Pistone. Berdun all over him. Pistone finds a little bit of space now. Head of steam right up the middle of the ice, walking in on the backhand, turns, drops it back. That one, a rocket from Juris up over top of the goal.
Oh, beautiful setup from Pistone. Takes on 2 Davos defenders, pushes them back. Great presence of mind to kick it out to Juris, who misses high.
Ambul, the man going to the net was Dahlbeck. Didn't get all of it, and it bounces into the corner. Ambul gets it back again, sets it up for Dahlbeck, fires it wide. And now it's going to bounce out to the neutral zone. Formanton will race after. Dahlbeck on it first. Ooh, almost gave it away. Nygren ahead to Corvi. Corvi finds Dahlbeck with speed. Ambul up at the blue line. They just stay on side. Drop back, shot in softly and steered away by Juvonen. Unbeatable so far here tonight. Hagenberger, neutral zone out, down the ice, and that one will go the distance for icing. Almost 6 minutes gone here in period number 3.
Well, a little bit chaotic back and forth. Here's a look at the one-time shot off the far post. About as clean as you can hit it. And then here's Ambul, the last one that we just saw. Dahlbeck gets a stick on it, but a good job from Joven, the Ambri-Piotta goalie, to get his big pad down.
You got a warning here, Blue. Easy. Guys, patience. Yep.
Davos right now trailing 3-0. His shot bouncing towards the goal. Juvonen down. Been 6 years since they were shut out to the day. Also in a semifinal and also against a Swiss club. Long way to go here, though. Wieser in the corner towards the blue line. Just kept it in. Nordstrom comes over to help. Rowe is there as well. And now they'll head off on a change, and Ambri wants one as well, so McMillan will just play it back.
Well, Ambry's more than content to go behind their own net, get a full change in. Look at Davos, they're not pushing the pace at all, they're hanging back. They don't look like a team just trying to do all they can to cut into a 3-goal deficit.
Ambri, 13 minutes away from a victory. .16 on the clock here in the third. One of these two Swiss clubs will have a chance to take down Sparta Prague in the Spengler Cup final tomorrow. And right now, Ambri-Piotta, who went 2-0 in group play last year and then lost to HC Trinec in the semifinal, looking to take it one step further, and preferably for them 2 steps further this season. Spacek, center ice, drops it back to Heed. Eggenberger into the zone and a rocket top shelf. A dagger for Davos as they fall behind 4-0 off the stick of Eggenberger.
Oh, this is just a world-class shot. Nando Eggenberger's been with Spacek and Chalapik all tournament long. He's had a couple good moments, but it's definitely been those two carrying the load. But how about that shot? A perfect angle. A quick little pullback. Put it through the stick and body of Pashod and right up where crossbar meets post. Beautiful shot. And head coach Christian Vauvain de Davos is starting to realize a reality that a comeback might not be happening.
Ambri scoring on their first shot of the hockey game in the first, and then scored on their second shots in both the second and the third period. So they have managed to strike early. This time it's Eggenberger joining Chalapik and Bergler and McMillan with big-time goals for this small Swiss club. Aschleman steers that into the corner. Heim is on it there. And now it'll be picked up. Barendune drops it back. Takes a return feed, now moves it ahead. Corvi. Stransky overskates it. Here's Pistoni walking in. Pistoni drops it back. Ambul was there, almost gave it away. And now right in front, Juris had a great look at it. Aschleman stopped that one. Played back down. See that Ambri crowd jumping in behind their netminder, Yanni Juvonen. Ambul in front. Couldn't control it. Back up top to the blue line. Corvi spins just inside the zone, drops it there for Dahlbeck. Dahlbeck takes it down low up front to Stransky, and Juvonen shuts the door again.
Oh, nice play from Dahlbeck. Let's get one more look at this wicked wrister, Nando Eggenberger, with a beauty as he stakes his Ambri-Piotta club to a 4-0 lead. Sandro Eichelman, the Davos netminder, who was between the goal last night, a quick turnaround. We talk about tired skaters. He's got to be wearing down as well.
10 different forwards have a goal in this tournament for Ambri, and this is just their third game, Kent. And they've got 10 different forwards who have scored a goal.
Is that the definition of some depth?
It appears to be the case. And they continue to pressure down in behind the net. Eichelman looking back through the netting to keep an eye on things. Eagly trying to knock it away, and Ambri certainly not sitting back and trying to just protect this 4-goal lead. The pressure continues to be put on. Now we've got big hit down in behind the net, and that'll be a penalty and a power play for Ambri-Piotta to pile on another one.
All good.
Well, it was Glacier into the boards, and it was kind of a shoulder to the head is what it was. It's almost the reaction of Fisher that might have hurt more. It was definitely elbow, shoulder to the head, but he really whipped himself back and then slammed his head down. So definitely the right call. And maybe a little bit of frustration showing through from Mark Wieser and HC Davos.
6th power play of the game for Ambri-Piotta. And they're going to have a second look at this one.
Well, we've only seen it a handful of times through 10 games now at the tournament where the referees have gone in to take an extra look at a penalty. Again, I don't think there's any malicious intent here. Fisher's kind of bent over. He's kind of leaned there, but definitely was a lead with the elbow. And the head was the first point of contact.
Can we get maybe the corner cam? If we see something?
Just to give you a little insight, where Dustin and I are up in the media booth, we've obviously got a row of more media, Swiss media, radio, television, but also up here with us are double IHF officials. They're with the officials, and they're watching every game, and we've had chats with them. Wonderful, wonderful guys, and so the refs are all on watch, and they're overseeing all this.
Something else stunning happened with the officials today, and when they came out, they got a huge round of applause from the crowd. Us being North Americans, we're sitting there, we're going, look at this.
Did he just say 5 in a game?
5.
It was tough to hear, but it sounded like that's what it might have been. We'll wait for the official call.
5. And a game. Wieser is out. And for half of the rest of the hockey game, Ambri will be on a power play.
Yeah, you got to think that should pretty much just spell the end of the 2022 edition of the Spengler Cup for Davos. We are in a beautiful valley surrounded by mountains, and that is basically what Davos has in front of them. And Dustin, something I'm looking forward to, 10-19 away from another rendition of La Montanera.
La Montanera!
It's the game-winning song that the Ambri-Piotta fans sing. It's a sight to behold. So if you're watching right now, make sure you stick around because it is a wonderful scene to see the hockey fans of Ambri-Piotta.
Ooh, that was an absolute laser beam off the crossbar. We'll set it up again. Heed back along the boards. Burglar takes it in the corner. Time parked in front. Well, now high slot shot into the glove of Eshelman, and he will hang on. What an interesting tournament here for Davos. Starts with that Canadian game, big win. Then they get blown out. Then they bounce back. And now to a Swiss team that doesn't have the budget, is lower in the standings. They're losing 4-0. And with how much stock gets put in to this team because of this tournament, a very interesting one and another disappointing one to assess.
Yeah, 100%, Dustin. I mean, it's been the highs and lows for Davos, and letting Sparta Prague put up a 9 spot on you, that's a low, but losing 4-0 to Ambri-Piotta will probably trump that.
Now deflected just wide. They played twice earlier in the season, and Ambri won at home in a shootout 4-3, which would have been a spectacular atmosphere there. And then Davos won 3-1 last month. Here's another shot, and that's deflected into the netting and out of play with still 3:49 remaining in this 5-minute man advantage.
Well, like you mentioned earlier, it's a very, very quick turnaround. You got to imagine Sparta Prague is pretty close to tucking themselves into bed right now, about to put head to pillow, and yet Ambri-Piotta, should they skate to victory here, is probably a good 3 hours away from hitting the hay.
Spot check on the draw. Schlappick back up top. Sorry, RV far side, back to spot check. Spot check down into the corner, taken away by Dahlbeck, and Dahlbeck just inside his own blue line, forced to retreat. Plays it around all the way out to the neutral zone, actually. Michelis back into Davos territory. Dahlbeck there, around the boards. Kept in by Josh Juris. He's tripped down, no call as the 5-minute power play continues. Rasmussen ahead to Nordstrom. Nordstrom back to Rasmussen. Backhander wide of the crease. And out the other way, Formanton one hands it ahead. Nordstrom there on the back check, breaks it up. And they'll knock it back out to the neutral zone. Schlappick. Eggenberger, nice pickup off of his skate. Takes it in behind the net, throws it into the slot. Schlappick will grab it, and they'll set things up. Heed. Schlappick. Back up to Heed, gloves it down. Throws it across. Takes a return feed at the blue line. Schlappick, high slot. Didn't work. Broken up and brought away to the neutral zone and down the ice. Byrne. Juris. Neubuehler drops it off. Picked off there by Fora. Can't get it out. Taken back away by the captain, Grassi. Right wing side. Ambule. And a penalty against Davos for a hold.
Now it's going to be Andrew Rowe. Undisciplined call here. Really, really foolish. You know, if Andrew Rowe's auditioning for a job next year, it's a tough one.
Well, it's inside 8 minutes, right?
DP.
Well,
It's interesting, the 5 minutes.
They go to power break before a power play, but they're on one now. Yeah, they messed it up. 5-on-3 for Ambri for exactly 2 minutes. There's 2 minutes left in the 5-minute major, and now they tack on 2 more. Burglar, who's been firing away so far here today, drops it down, side of the goal. Now Burglar moves it across to Heed. Down low, Heim in the high slot. Back up top to Heed, across to Burglar. Burglar, side of the goal. Formington through the crease, deflected. Comes back around to Heed. Heim. Down low into the corner. Heed drops it off. Burglar couldn't get it through. It'll be grabbed here by Dahlbeck in behind the net. Formington all over him, and they turn it over. Sverger bumped into Heim, was slow to get up. Now Burglar wants to set up the one-timer. Heed'll fire, glove save Eshelman, and he'll hang on with 70 seconds left in the 5-on-3.
Well, Dustin, when you're up 4-0 and you've got a 5-on-3, then you can move the puck around all you want.
You don't worry about the shots then?
And wait until you get an opportunity. And at that point, Tim Heed, of course, was going to walk into it. But, yeah, you know, from a Davos perspective, when it's 5-on-4, you can pressure a little bit more. 5-on-3, you're pretty much at the mercy. You start running around, and they're going to pick you apart.
Here's McMillan. Plays it back up top, now across Schlappick. It bounces on him on the feed from Spacek. Saariarvi waiting. Spacek, one-timer, that is blocked. Bounces to the boards, Eagly on it. And Nygren a chance to clear, and he'll get it over the head of Saariarvi and all the way down the ice. Schlappick. Eggenberger returns it to 14 in dark blue. Quick little sauce up to Saariarvi. Spacek locked and loaded on the left side. Saariarvi tries the shot. McMillan, the net front presence, slid down, couldn't get it back. And now just 25 seconds left in a late 5-on-3. Schlappick takes the feed on his backhand over the blue line. Tosses it up, middle of the ice. Spacek taken down along the boards. McMillan battling there against Fora. And 2 members of HC Davos step out, Rowe and Sorella. 2 players brought in as imports for the tournament. Rasmussen, he's here all the time, but he hasn't really shown up just yet. Rowe turns it over. Newbuehler's got it. Great assist earlier in the game to McMillan. A couple goals in the tournament as well. And Davos just can't get in over the blue line. Now Vellinger will, and he plays it in behind the goal. Sorella. That hits Newbuehler and bounces down into the corner. Played all the way around, and it will be kept in by Baradoon, and he'll knock it back down low. Baradoon can't keep it in this time, and Davos will have to retreat. Blue line again held by Ambri. Played in behind the net. And Corvi will knock it back in behind the goal for Davos. Do you have those notes on Soretta's speech prior to the game? The keys? We should take a look back at that and see how it's played out so far.
Want to jump into them now?
Ritstead, Michelis, far side. Stransky will settle it down. Go ahead.
Well, the first thing they wanted to do was control the outside, and they wanted to keep them to the outside. Sorry, they wanted to keep Davos to the outside. I think that's pretty much a definite that they've done that.
Check that box, yes.
Support all over the ice, down low, below their goal line, and at the blue line, so they can hold the blue line, prevent any odd man rushes. I would give that a check. Second and third effort all over the ice. I mean, they've definitely just worn Davos down, so I would give that a check mark as well. Play like you're on a mission was his motto.
That's worked well tonight as well as this shot up and out of play.
And then his final comment that he looked at each of his players in the room and he said, I want you to play with determination, heart, and most importantly, your head. So I would say 5 for 5 on the game plan from Ambri-Piotta.
Man, as a coach, watching your team basically do everything that you suggested needed to be done to get a win, and see you up 4-0 on the team that hosts a major tournament here in your country. Lucas Oretta's got to be just stoked right now.
Yeah, he's got to be a proud coach, proud of his team, and that'll probably last for about 10 minutes. And then he's got to turn his focus onto Sparta Prague in the finals of the Spengler Cup tomorrow.
No easy task. That's what we've seen from Prague so far, who were down 3-0 and then just seemingly flipped a switch today, and 10 minutes later had a 4-3 lead. It's like a timeout is coming from head coach Christian Volvin with 3:07 left.
Yes, Sparta Prague was something special earlier today. A lineup filled with talent. Vladimir Sobotka, Michael Repic, Michael Kempney, Roman Horak, all these players contributing big time.
Will be a big task and would probably be considered an upset if Ambry's able to pull that off tomorrow.
Okay, Dustin, we went through Lucas Rita, the head
Yes.
coach of Ambri-Piotta. Let's see how Christian Vovin's message went to HC Davos. First of all, be smart on the forecheck. Get up ice, create a forecheck. I would say an
Minimal
X on that one.
Minimal,
really,
yeah.
really tough. Secondly, play like a difference maker. I don't think we can look at that team and see there's a whole lot of different makers out there. And then finally, and the one that would probably get the biggest X of all, is match their intensity.
Has not been there. Fourth game in 4 days is a lot to ask. But still, trailing 4-0. This test has been failed by Davos. This guy's been pretty good as well. Juvonen, perfect so far with less than 3 to play now. Spengler with the net empty, fires it just wide. Goaltender pulled here, down 4 with 3 minutes to go. Just shy of 3 minutes now. Pistone on the forecheck. 6-on-5. Nygren will play it down in behind the net. Juvonen moves it into the near corner. Now played back around in behind the net. Heed knocks it up. Pistone gets to center. Oh, a nice move by Pistone, and he puts it home. One of the prettier empty netters that you'll see as Pistone ices it away. And Ambri is going to eliminate HC Davos.
Well, that's an empty netter with a bullet right there. Pretty little play right at the blue line. Inti Pistone, terrific hands. You could see he was looking out. He wanted to dish it out to his line mate, but his line mate couldn't catch up. Nygren thought he'd try to hold the blue line, and whoops, missed it there. Sliding it into the open net. 5-0 Ambri-Piotta. One more look at big smiles from Filippo Lombardi, the president of the club, and he better start warming up his vocal cords, as he'll be singing as loud as anyone. La Montanera will be coming soon.
The scarves are already out in behind the net as the celebration begins. One of the bigger victories in the history of this small Swiss club. We'll have another penalty late as the official sticks to the rule book as opposed to the moment. Less than 2 minutes away from a trip to the Spengler Cup final. Came very close in 2019 and had to wait for another opportunity here. And up 5-0 late. Looks like they're going to get it. Dottie in behind the goal. Davos, power play today, no good. 0 for 5. This is their 6th crack at it. Nygren, stick breaks. Knocked it behind the goal. And played up to the blue line. Michelis brought in on loan as well for the event. Somewhat of a quiet tournament. And this will be knocked away by Newbuehler. Newbuehler from his knees gets some help. And they'll play it down the ice. Less than a minute to go in this Spengler Cup for HC Davos. About to be eliminated by Ambri-Piotta.
Well, at the start of the game, we talked about the depth from this club of Ambri-Piotta. And it really shone through here this evening. To a man down the lineup. They've brought their best game and they've really worn down this HC Davos team. Davos had no answers, even when they had chances on the power play, as you just mentioned. Ambri-Piotta continued to shut the door.
HC Davos, a disappointing finish, but the celebration continues for Lucas Soretta and his Ambri-Piotta squad as they eliminate the hosts and their league rivals, and will have an opportunity to play in tomorrow's final, which is a noon start local, so a quick turnaround as they look to slow down and knock off Sparta Prague. That'll be your Spengler Cup final. Davos eliminated again.
Thanks, Mikey.
Great.